University of Wisconsin, Green Bay.
Colgate University.
University of Nebraska, Lincoln.
Augsburg University.
Illinois Wesleyan University.
Adrian College.
Illinois State University.
Western Michigan University.
Every year, high school seniors apply to hundreds of various colleges and universities in hopes of finding a new home. This year, 2,378 applications were sent out from DGS students. This was the largest amount in DGS history.
I was between two schools. I was either going to go to Mizzou or Western Michigan. And after visiting the two schools, I felt just more at home at Western Michigan. Plus, it's closer to home, and the traveling situation or transportation is a lot easier. Trains are like the new transportation for me now, so that's how I'll be getting back and forth. So I had a planned major of occupational therapy, but Western Michigan had changed their policies with it, and so I have to go for 7 years and get my doctorate instead of just going for 5 years to get my master's. So as much as I would like to be a doctor, I don't really want to go to school for 7 years. So I plan on changing my major, but hopefully I'll be staying in the health department. I'm most excited for being in a new environment in college, being around new people, having new classes, and being more independent with my own life. It would have to be probably the classes, the workload. I mean, I know a couple people in college, and from what I hear, it's not an easy transition, but it's something that you get used to with time, and I'm hoping I can just, procrastinate less so I can do better in my classes. I feel a little prepared for college. I've taken a couple AP classes, so I feel like those have gotten me ready for maybe what college courses will be like. But I also, in the sense, I feel like I don't know what's going to happen in college or how I'm going to do or how I'm going to be with other people who are around me. So it's kind of nerve-wracking to be around that.
The average annual increase in college tuition from 1980 to 2014 grew by nearly 260%, increasing over 2.5 times the inflation rate. This leaves many in debt years after graduation.
I'm going to be attending Loyola University Chicago. My dad went to COD and Joliet Junior College, so he went to COD for psychology, and then when he was older, he got his culinary degree at JJC, and then my mom went to COD for hotel management, but she did not get her degree. My brother also went to Joliet Junior College for culinary arts, and then my sister actually went to COD for 2 years and then ended up going to Elmhurst College to finish her degree, and she's currently studying in Ireland and getting her degree in HR management. I think it's interesting because I'm the first one in my family that's actually been applying to 4-year colleges out of high school, because both my brother and my sister knew that they would be going to COD, so it's been kind of a different process, and it was kind of something that I had to figure out on my own. So I'm actually mainly paying for college on my own, so I've been looking into a lot of scholarships and things like that. My parents are giving me some money towards it, but definitely most of it's going to be covered out of my pocket, and so I've been looking into loans and scholarships and things like that.
Here at South, students are given the opportunity to apply for various scholarships that can be used to lower the cost of tuition.
I went to Illinois State University. There were a few factors. One was the cost, and so it's kind of weighing how much, in-state, out-of-state tuition, that kind of thing, and how many scholarships I had. Some were specific to Illinois State, and so that definitely helped. And then I knew that education was going to be part of the field I wanted to go into, and Illinois State was one of the best education schools if you wanted to be a teacher in the state, and so that was another big factor too. I would say the biggest factor is just my own experience in high school, and the most influential teachers I had were some of my English teachers, and the difference they made for me, and then how much I enjoyed the content, and I felt like I was pretty good at it. And I love theater as well, and that was connected to English. Theater and English teachers always tend to be the same people, and so that all kind of combined to make me want to go into that.
Nearly 8 million students participate in high school sports throughout the U.S. 480,000 of them go to college to become NCAA student athletes.
High school basketball experience prepared me for picking a college because of all the like postseason and preseason work that we do, and like a lot of conferences with my coaches to decide like what I was interested in studying and all that. It's a lot different because you have to decide, you have to look at the athletic programs before you look into what you want to study, and then kind of go from there, and then you don't have to apply to any schools besides the one that you decide to go to. It feels really good to be over with it and know where I'm going. And
going to such a good school like Chicago is awesome because I can get, like, simply because I can get a really good education, but also because I'll be challenged there. You know, maybe a lot of other colleges might not be able to challenge me academically the way I want to, and Chicago will. And also I'll meet a lot of really cool people too that are, you know, also, you know, enjoying the experience of being challenged. And I'm just excited to work with, you know, a different group of students, move on a little bit, and, you know, challenge myself. I would still go there if it wasn't for baseball, if I could get in. The baseball kind of opened the door for me a little bit. That's a different topic. I mean, I would definitely still go there if it wasn't for baseball. Like I said before, it's such a good school, and, you know, baseball is, you know, not first. It's all about school first. The application process was different because of baseball, because the coaches recruited me in the summer, and then I sent them my, you know, my grades, my unofficial transcript, and then they sent that to a like an advisor to look over it. And once they got the green light from the advisor, then they said, okay, you're good. You'll probably get in. Now do the normal application. So technically, my application process was the exact same as any other student, except for the fact that I kind of had a little more like confidence doing it, because the advisor said that he's probably good. Just have him do the normal, everything normal, and he'll probably get in. So I think from a young age, just playing competitive baseball as an 8 or 9-year-old, 10-year-old, and both my brothers played in college. They both, Brian, my oldest brother played at University of Illinois Chicago, and my second oldest brother played at NIU. So I think it's just kind of around the family. I kind of knew that I wanted to play baseball, but it's always been school first. So it's not that I want to play professionally, not that I, you know, it's more just take it one step at a time, just play, you know, school, and just have some fun playing baseball in college, and that'll be kind of it. So
65.9% of high school graduates attend a college or university. Many high schools push their students to further their education after high school.
Wow. So at South, what pressures are put on students to go to college?
Yes.
I think sometimes high schools in general, not just here at South, for a variety of reasons, try to create college-going cultures, I think it's done with the best of intentions. So students have the opportunity to see possibilities they may not have seen themselves, and open up doors to college access to students who may not have seen that as a possibility. But in doing that, I think it's created some undue pressure on students that that's the only path. And here we really try to have students think about post-secondary options as opposed to college options. And you know, there's a lot of different pathways to take after high school. Like when I was in high school?
Yes.
Like, so did I feel the same pressures when I was in high school? I think it's different now. I think students saw more possibilities after school, but I would say there was an expectation that when I was in high school that most kids went to college. So I don't think it's changed all that much. I think what has changed is that students have gotten wrapped up, not just here at South, but just in the media, that college is supposed to be this prize that's won. And I always like to think that college is about finding a match. It's not about winning a prize. And I think the whole prize mentality has caused some of the stress that students have. What advice would I give to seniors entering college? That's a really good question. I think anytime you're in a position of transition, there's always some risk in that, and I think that comes out of the questions that you have for yourself and trying to find out who you are and what it is you want to do. And I think the students that go off to college and are open to that experience to learn a lot about themselves tend to do really well. The ones that go to college and try to be somebody else, I think, struggle. And so I think one thing I would say is just go there and be who you are and enjoy those experiences that really fit with you as a person.
Okay.